They said the neighbor was harmless, just a kind soul with a warm smile. But behind the laughter, the gifts, and the cartoons, something deeply unsettling waited. What happened to young Michael wasn't in any folk tale he'd ever read. It was real, it was silent, and it almost changed everything. This is not just a story, it's a warning. Michael couldn't quite understand what was happening. This was nothing like the games he played with his friends at school. At just 10 years old, Michael was a cheerful primary school student who loved playing football and reading storybooks. However, most days when he returned home from school, the house was empty. His parents, Mr. and Mrs. Adewale, owned a large shop in the market and worked hard to provide for him. The school bus dropped Michael off at home by 3 p.m., leaving him alone until his mother returned at 6 p.m. One evening, feeling lonely, Michael expressed his feelings to his parents. "I don't like being home all by myself," he said. "We're sorry, Michael," his mother said gently. "It's just for a few hours. We have to work hard to pay for your school fees and everything you need." Michael nodded, understanding their struggle, but deep down he wished they had more time for him. Then one day, Mrs. Adewale came up with a solution. "Michael," she said, "Auntie Precious next door will look after you until we get home." Auntie Precious was their friendly neighbor, a young woman in her late 20s who lived alone. She always had a warm smile and often gave Michael small treats. His parents trusted her completely. "Okay, Mommy," Michael agreed. He was familiar with Auntie Precious and felt comfortable around her. From then on, Michael started spending his afternoons at Auntie Precious's house. Her home was small but neat, and she always welcomed him with food and a cheerful greeting. "How was school today?" she would ask, handing him a plate of food. At first, Michael felt a little shy, but Auntie Precious made him laugh with funny stories and let him watch cartoons. Before long, he began looking forward to his time there. Then one day, Auntie Precious gave him a special gift, a brand new football. "This is for you, Michael," she said with a smile. "You're like the little brother I never had." "Thank you, Auntie." Michael beamed, feeling special and appreciated. But then things started to change. One afternoon, after Michael finished his homework, Auntie Precious sat close to him on the couch. "Michael," she said, "let's play a special game. It's just for us. Don't tell anyone, okay?" Michael hesitated. He didn't understand, but Auntie Precious was smiling, so he thought it must be harmless. However, as the game began, he felt deeply uncomfortable. This wasn't like the games he played at school. He didn't like it. "I don't want to play this game," he said softly. "Don't worry," Auntie Precious reassured him. "You'll understand soon." But Michael's parents made a promise to never leave him feeling alone again. They adjusted their work schedules, ensuring that either one of them was home earlier to spend time with him. It wasn't easy, but they knew they had to prioritize their son's well-being. At school, Michael slowly started to feel safe again. Mrs. Okoro checked in on him daily, always offering a reassuring smile. The school counselor helped him process his emotions, reminding him that none of what happened was his fault. At home, His parents encouraged him to talk about his feelings, even if it was difficult. Every evening they sat together at the dinner table, asking him about his day, sharing stories, and making sure he felt heard. The warmth Michael had longed for was finally there. But even though things were better, the past still lingered in his mind. Some nights he woke up suddenly, his heart pounding with a feeling of unease. He didn't know if he would ever forget, but he was learning that he didn't have to carry the burden alone. One Saturday, his father surprised him with a trip to the park. "Let's play some football," he said with a grin, tossing the ball to Michael. It was the same ball Auntie Precious had given him, the one that had once felt like a special gift, but now carried memories he wished he could erase. He hesitated for a moment, gripping it tightly. His father crouched down beside him. "You don't have to play if you don't want to," he said gently. "But if you do, this ball can be just yours now. No bad memories, just new ones." Michael looked up at him, then down at the ball. Slowly, he nodded. "Okay, Daddy." As they kicked the ball across the field, Michael began to laugh. The weight he had been carrying felt a little lighter. His parents couldn't change the past, but they could shape the future. And with their love and support, Michael was beginning to feel whole again. Michael's parents adjusted their schedules so that he was never alone after school. They also took him to a counselor who helped him process his emotions and heal. With time, the nightmares faded and the bedwetting stopped. Slowly, Michael began to feel like himself again, playing football with his friends, smiling and laughing just like before. One day at school, he approached Mrs. Okoro, his teacher. "Thank you for helping me," he said sincerely. Mrs. Okoro smiled warmly. Through it all, Michael learned a powerful lesson. It's always okay to speak up when something feels wrong. No matter how scared or unsure you feel, there are people who will listen, believe, and protect you. If there's one thing to remember, it's that no one should suffer in silence. Courage isn't just about being strong, it's about trusting that your voice matters. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Najay Trends TV for more amazing content on life lessons, trending topics, and engaging stories. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more.